Hey guys, this is our fourth official episode of the SubParBros's podcast. I'm your host Keane, and this is...
I'm Tom, and today we're going to be talking about something we all love. No, Keane, not Sophie Thatcher.
Oh fuck! We both keep going. Continue.
Music. We both love music, Keane, don't we?
I am an avid music enjoyer.
After we figured out the topic for today's episode, we gave each other two albums to listen to, along with both of us listening to Sabrina Carpenter's most recent release, Man's Best Friend. Keane, what is your opinion on Man's Best Friend?
Man's Best Friend was good. I enjoyed it. It was the first one I listened to out of the three albums we had. Honestly, it wasn't as good as Short and Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina may have peaked. No, she's not peaked. We are not putting a boundary on Sabrina here. Because Sabrina is... All I'm saying, we got to become famous enough, Tom, so we can die in Sabrina's videos, if you know what I mean. I think...
Get her on the podcast, Keane. When we're big enough, obviously. And only you can make that happen.
Dream gets done my podcast. That's such an old thing now. But yeah, Sabrina Carpenter, we'd love to get her on the podcast. Because what else, what would we talk about with Sabrina Carpenter? No clue. The Fortnite skin. We get Sabrina Carpenter in Fortnite listening to Manchild, which I would say is probably my favourite song on the album. There was some great songs, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody's Son, Go Go Juice, they're great songs.
Yeah.
I liked the fourth wall break in one of the songs where she was like, "Oh, we got to kill a man every video," and I thought, yeah, I liked that. That was fun. It was a fun album. Not as good as Short and Sweet, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Tom, give us some opinions on it, please.
I also agree. I don't think it's as good as Short and Sweet, to be honest. I think my favourite song is probably either House Tour or Goodbye. I enjoy Tears as well, to be fair.
Of course, you enjoy Tears.
Yeah, but I also have quite a few opinions on it. I don't think it's as good as Short and Sweet as I said, but it felt like I feel like it felt like they were trying to make another Short and Sweet, and it just wasn't even close. I don't feel like there was much evolution between the two albums, if you get what I mean.
I do get what you mean, yeah.
For those of you not in the room, Keane is currently doing inappropriate gestures at me while I'm trying to read my note.
Just outed me on the podcast, Tom. You know what? While we're still here, I will say, just to keep on this album for a bit longer, because it was a good album. It was better than Emails I Never Sent, I think, was one of her albums that I've listened to. I've listened to the three of them. That are the only three I've listened to. It was better than that, but obviously Short and Sweet is on top. Tom, you could make me Juno anytime.
Thank you, Keane.
I liked some of them having a VHS style of videos, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know if you... did you watch any of the videos?
No, I watched it on Apple Music. Listened to it on Apple Music, I should say.
I listened to it on YouTube, so I had the videos going on the side of me. But you know what? You did mention about Goodbye, and that was such a good way of ending the album.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I think it's a better closing song than Short and Sweet, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
But I feel like Manchild, just in general, I'm not sure if you figure this, but I feel like it doesn't have like the same kind of humour as it has kind of less humour than Short and Sweet.
Yeah.
And I feel like the jokes it just has kind of don't hit.
No, I can see that. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with her tours. Do you know what I mean? When she tours next. Because she'd do the Juno poses with Short and Sweet, but like, I don't know. She's just going to kill a random man in the audience. You know what I mean? I can't say I know what she's good. I mean, you know what? It might be a good idea. Don't think it's legal. But yeah, I don't. So go on.
I was going to say, have you got a least favourite song from the album, do you think?
My least favourite song? Oh, I didn't think of that.
Guess how prepared we are for this.
Well, I didn't think about least favourite. That's really wrong. I don't think there was a least favourite song in the album. So I think there was a lot that I wouldn't rank as high.
Yeah.
I didn't like Tears as much. Tears is a good song, but I didn't enjoy it. So until I've had a second listen, I'll say Tears is my least favorite for now. Yeah.
I gotta say, I wasn't probably the biggest fan of Don't Worry.
Okay.
I just didn't really, speak to me that much, to be honest.
I mean, not everything does speak to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 I think
That's all we've got to say on Man's Best Friend.
I think for our first album, I mean, you listened to Man's Best Friend before the other two, didn't you?
Yes, that was my first album I listened to as well.
So a good fresh eyes, it's a good album. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
I think it's a good album. I saw people saying on like Reddit and stuff that it's gonna like, rather than just like the instant hit of like short and sweet, it's gonna like more grow over time.
Okay.
Like a few more listens to it, but
no, I can't say I've seen much about it on social media, to be fair.
the important question is, are any of the songs in Fortnite? Do you know, Keane?
I don't think any of them are in Fortnite, are they?
Don't think so.
How am I gonna jam festival or how am I gonna Fortnite festival to them? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
On easy mode, because I ain't about that life.
And so we've talked about Man's Best Friend as an album we both enjoy. So I thought I should ask you, Keane, what are some of your favourite albums of all time, do you think?
Okay, so I've got quite a few. I mean, a lot of them are listens of this year because not recently 2020 like end of 2024, start of 2025. I tried to listen to an album a day, and for a good couple months I did. I listened to a good 40-50 albums. So mainly my top 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've got a five. They're not in an order, but
if you do 5, I'll do 5.
Yeah, and then they're not in an order, but from this year, basically, my top 5 like albums that I enjoy would be Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, obviously by the iconic Chapel Roan, who will be featured later in this episode because I've got more to say about her music.
Sure.
There is not a bad song on that album.
Debatable. Actually, not a bad song, just different. I don't enjoy some of them as much as other people may, but
I get it. I think my favorite was Feminine Omenom, but the best song on that album is Kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Like, hands down best song. And then we've got Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, which will also be making more of an appearance later on in the episode.
Great album.
Recommended by a friend. Almost. And I listened to it, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I knew a lot. To be honest, I ended up knowing a lot of the songs anyway.
Yeah. A lot of the songs on it are like hits. But...
Yeah, and they're hits for a reason. They are incredible. Yeah. Sorry, I'm positioning you back up for a second. And then I've got OK Computer by Radiohead. Incredible album. One song I didn't like on that album. I couldn't name it because it's not on any of my playlists. I didn't like it, and I just didn't listen to it ever again.
I think that's on a list I've got to listen to be fair.
And you should. I've listened to majority of Radiohead's albums now. None of them, I think, have reached up to OK Computer so far. They're a decent albums, but OK Computer is just the best. Obviously, I had heard a lot of the songs anyway, in like Rumors, but hearing the full album, I did. I mean, Karma Police was in Invincible. I know, new gen. Finding out about Karma Police from Invincible, but I did. That was kind of a spur onto OK Computer because it was in Invincible. We'll once again probably end up touching up on some of this stuff later.
Yeah.
The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. I've listened to it in the past anyway. This was a oh god, emo like I was emo. It's never really emo, but the Black Parade is banger after banger. It's a bit.
Yeah.
I think. What was your words to describe it?
Depressing.
Depressing, which is valid. And then The Strangers by Billy Joel,
Great
which
album.
I would say is my favorite album of Billy Joel's. Not like it doesn't hold my favorite Billy Joel song, but it holds enough to be the best Billy Joel album in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's probably my 5 albums that I've listened to and thought they're my favorite albums.
What is your favorite Billy Joel song, then, Keane?
Okay, if we want to jump to that straight, Piano Man is my
Yeah.
favorite Billy Joel song.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you can't. Vienna, great song also.
It is.
Stranger's album. I've gone completely blank on Amy Anthony's song. Incredible. She's Always a Woman.
We've also got Just the Way You Are.
Yes.
Scenes from Italian Restaurant. The Stranger title song.
It's just, it's an incredible album. Oh, it's incredible. But that is like a good probably 5 minutes of me talking, Tom. So I do think we should hit it over to you.
Okay, let me put you here.
A bit of tennis. My apologies, but we'll throw you to your favorite albums, Tom. You can do more than 5. Feel free.
I've got a couple here. I think starting off, one of my favorite albums is an album called The Rising by Bruce Springsteen. I think that's a great album. People say I see general sort of talk about it, and people say it's a bit too cluttered because it's, I think, like 16 songs. But I think it's a really good album because it's also like, it's kind of the revival of Springsteen because it's also like post 9/11 as well. So like the whole album's like infused with whole album's infused with 9/11 like sort of themes and perspectives and stuff, and I think that's really good. I actually listened to it yesterday in commemoration. So let's freaking go. No. Me listening to not whatever. Don't cancel it. We were also talking about favourite Billy Joel with you, The Stranger. I've got to say, my favourite Billy Joel album is probably controversial, maybe, but River of Dreams. It's his last album, and it's sort of, I think, very underrated because I think Billy Joel has gone on say on like record that a lot of the songs on there like are a lot better than a lot of the stuff he's done previously, but just like radio stations and stuff didn't play them at the time, so because like he was like, they considered him like too like old yesterday's kind of news rather than modern stuff, so they didn't play a lot of the songs. When I think a lot of the songs on not Famous Last Words, that's a song on the album, but River of Dreams is a great album.
Yeah.
Also probably got
give that a listen.
A Green Day album, not American Idiot or Dookie or anything like that. 21st Century Breakdown. I love 21st Century Breakdown. It's sort of the underrated sister to American Idiot because it's also kind of like a rock opera sort of thing, but I think it also did win them an Emmy, but not an Emmy. Is it an Emmy? Like the music award, whatever.
Like MVP or something.
Grammy, that's it.
Yeah, Grammy, okay. That makes more sense. I had no clue.
And it did win them like a Grammy because it was a great album, but it's sort of overshadowed a lot by American Idiot because it also doesn't have like as much as the staying power of American Idiot. Like, I'm sure you could name for American Idiot like the title track, Jesus of Suburbia, like Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Waking Up When September Ends, but could you name a song from 21st Century Breakdown, Keane?
I could not.
Exactly.
Because I don't think I've ever actually listened to the album.
Yeah, but even if you've not listened to American Idiot, you probably have heard like Boulevard of Broken Dreams. So
I will say, while you're on the topic of Green Day, Dookie has like one good song. It's not a good album. I love Green Day. I love, like, a great fan of them as a person. I listened to that album. It just wasn't a good time.
I think the issue with Dookie's, a lot of the songs kind of sound similar.
Yeah, that's
But
hard.
But I think it was kind of revolutionary when it came out, because I think it was like one of the first big, like, what pop punk used to like grow to be. So
I mean, it's with you, it's like a little bit of like a Tourette's tick with one of the songs. I can't start a call without you starting to sing it.
yeah, I do tend to burst out in basket case a lot of the time when we're on a call or playing Fortnite or whatever. But we move.
We move. Yeah. Have you got any more albums?
I've also got. This is one of the albums I actually asked Keen to listen to today. Well, I think maybe. Actually, we'll get your opinions after I say the album. I think that'd be a good segue. But The Greatest Generation by Wonder Years. It's one of my favourite albums of all time. Keen's giving me a weird face. I don't think he enjoyed it that much, to be honest. But
go on.
I think it's a great album. Like, I think it just also, as an album, lyrically, the Wonder Years music itself is kind of a lot more about the lyrics than the actual music. But I think it just works as like a full album, and to be honest, not to get too like personal, but I kind of relate to some of the lyrics in there a lot, but that's getting too personal. But then like the final song, like just final song in itself is great, but then it all just like accumulates like all the refrains and choruses throughout the album, and it's just amazing.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm sorry, go on.
No, I was going to ask what was your opinions on it, because you listened to it today.
The Greatest Generation by Wonder Years. Yes, you did recommend it to me, and then I started to listen to it, and then you said it was in the wrong order, so it's a re-listen to all.
To be honest, I think I went as long as I think it ends with "I just want to start my funeral." It doesn't really matter, to be honest. But
okay.
I'm like a stickler for listening to albums in like the order they intended, so that was why I was kind of like,
yeah. That's on YouTube though. I don't have Spotify Premium at the moment, so it would have been jumbled. So I was listening to it on YouTube and expected YouTube to just sort me out. But I didn't hate the music. I liked the entire instrumental of all of the music. It was great. The lyrics, I'd probably have to give a couple more listens to properly, like, I guess, get the lyrics. But it was good. I didn't write notes on it, but I did jot some stuff down just to like bring up that it kind. You know the musical station Kerrang.
yeah,
It kind of reminded me of something that we played on that. And I was a big fan of Kerrang as a kid. My sister listened to it a lot, so I obviously listened to it. The song was good. The first song I listened to. Wish I'd written the name down now. This was notes before I found out the order was wrong. But I was able to, after listening to it, I did pick a favorite song, which was Dismantling Summer Vibes, I think. Yeah.
Summer.
It was good. I did say that they seemed a bit like political, like Green Day makes music. It did seem like some of the songs that I listened to seemed like somewhat political. I don't know if that's right or not.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but to be honest, I kind of don't hear the politics when listening to Greatest Generation. A lot of the songs are they're all written by they're all written by like the lead singer, and the band just kind of fills in back. But they're all kind of more personal about like the lead singer rather than politics. It's only, I think, the album after that, called No Closer to Heaven, they stop filtering more politics in the music, whereas like the Greatest Generation is kind of like the third of a trilogy of albums, all about kind of the experiences of like the main lead singer. So I see it as kind of more of like the experiences and feelings and motivations of kind of that person rather than any politics.
Okay.
I know. I think they are quite like left leaning. I think like I've seen stuff of them like being on stage, like throwing away T-shirts that say like "Free Palestine" or whatever. So
Okay, yeah. Though I did also have another good song that I liked from it. I liked "Rain Dance in Traffic." I thought that was a really good song when I listened to it. I did have like I have actively drawn a thumbs down, like a song that I didn't like, which was I guess Madeline.
yeah, I knew that was coming. It really like when you listen to it in order, it like really like takes you out of the album because like what's it called? Devil in My Bloodstream, that starts like acoustically, but then that like really like ramps up during like the middle section. But Madeline's just like all just acoustic all the way through, and it feels more like a demo they accidentally like slotted into it rather than an actual track. But
it did throw me off, and I just wasn't feeling it.
yeah,
yeah.
As I said, it was kind of like a lot of the music's kind of taken from that guy's experiences. So I think Madeline's kind of about a person he knew, and he wanted to put that in there, and he changed the name, obviously, but
yeah, I get that. Like, I get the thought process behind Nice doing that. Yeah, I will say overall it was a good album. Ever since I started doing like an album a day, I'm a man that loves Excel spreadsheets. So I have got a spreadsheet. Um,
yeah.
and I've got my 100th album I want to listen to, which is an Olivia Rodrigo album.
Sour
Um,
or Guts, whichever one it is.
It's the one that doesn't have Vampire on. No, it's the one that does have Vampire on, I think. I've listened to one.
I don't know which one that is.
I've listened to one of them.
I think it's Guts, but
So I'd probably give the Greatest Generation a 3, as in like a standard. Like I do a standard 3 is like I would listen to it again.
yeah.
I've only ever given one album less than a 3, and that's like Songs from the Big Chair or something by which it honestly they've got some great songs. They just caught me on an off day.
Yeah.
Just really caught me on an off day, and I just couldn't listen to any more of the music. But I will say, that I'd probably give it a 3-star because you've recommended me music before.
Yeah. We ignore Magic. That was
Let's be real. You suggested Magic to me, and then recently for this episode you respected Born to Run, right?
both by Springsteen. We should clarify that, but
Yes, by Bruce Springsteen, which there is a biopic about him.
yeah.
So, Tom, you watched many biopics?
I've watched a few. I've watched Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man. I enjoyed Rocket Man, to be honest. I felt like Bohemian Rhapsody didn't shy away from like the negative sides of Elton John's life.
Yeah, I have not seen Bohemian Rhapsody, to be fair. It's on Prime, I think, right now. But I like Queen's music. I just don't have the feeling towards it.
I enjoy.
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, just on your Queen point, I enjoy Queen, but I feel like a lot of the hits are just like massively just overplayed and stuff, so it kind of dulls my enjoyment down a bit.
I get that. When something's overplayed, I mean, I think with TikTok now, if a song's overplayed, I mean, it's just such a pain. I will say with Rocket Man, it was like one of the first films I've ever actually cried at the end of. It's not really a sad ending. I don't know why. When I first watched it, I was probably like 14 or something. I don't know, whenever it came out. But like, it was just good. I haven't cried at it since. But it's just such a good. It's just such a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if this class is a biopic, but I do have the Weird Al Yankovic like movie.
Probably counts.
I would say it counts because it was fucking hilarious. I loved every second of that movie. I watched it on a whim. I think it was the same day I watched Whiplash. Music. I flooded
Whiplash.
it. Whiplash. Same day I watched Whiplash, and it's such a weird parallel. I know. But it was such a good film. The cameos they had and the music. But weird. I would say Rocket Man is unbeatable. I mean, we had a what was the one before Springsteen biopic?
Dylan.
Bob Dylan, Springsteen. Realistically, is there a Billy Joel one coming out?
No.
No.
There was a documentary thing that came out about a couple of weeks ago, but I'm not sure if there's really like kind of a part of Billy Joel's life that's really interested enough to make a biopic. And that's someone who loves Billy Joel. But...
Yeah, that's valid. But I'll probably do you know when the Bruce Springsteen documentary?
End of October, I think.
End of October. Might have to go watch it. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest fan of Springsteen because I've only listened to 2 of his albums. But I mean, it's Jeremy Allen White, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And I wouldn't mind seeing that. To be honest, I do get a lot of my music from like. Sorry, no, scratch that. I do get a lot of like movie recommendations from TikTok sometimes. So I'm like, I'll see a clip, and like, okay, I gotta watch it. Which is what was with the Weird Al Yankovic thing. But I do get the whole. So like songs do become TikTokified, and like they just become less likable.
Yeah.
Like. And I also have found so much music from TikTok and from Instagram and like stuff like that. So I can't also hate it, but like 505 by Arctic Monkeys is one of those, which I think it was a good song, but I've heard it so many times I just don't listen to it again. I don't think 505 was on the album I recommended to you. I probably should have recommended that to you. If we're able to jump over to one I recommended to you, I recommended AM by Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah,
which does not have my favorite Arctic Monkeys songs on. So you know, I probably recommended you the wrong Arctic Monkeys album, but it's still.
I recommended you Magic, so
yeah,
that's fair.
So as one of Tom's 2 albums that I recommended him, AM, do you want to take us away with what you thought of it?
Yeah, so I listened to AM. It was the second album of the 3 I listened to, with Man's Best Friend being the first. Listened to it last night, and I think lyrically it's all right. But I think it's an all right album. I just don't think like the sound, like the general sort of sound and kind of audio of it for me, because I feel like a lot of the songs on it kind of not sound the same, but have kind of the same like audio kind of feel to them.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't think that's for me. And also, I'm kind of not a fan of kind of like the. I put down here on my note the Britishisms in the lyric. Like in one of them, to like sit on my settee. Another one's like check the lecky meter or whatever. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. That's a really small nitpick, but
I get it.
I think I'd probably. I mean, you were talking about rating albums. I would say I'd probably give this like be 2.5 stars. I think I'd maybe like add it to my playlist, but it's not something I ever like voluntarily listen to. It's like if it comes on like a random, I probably might not skip it. But
yeah, that's valid. That is valid. Did you have any songs you disliked on that album that you wrote down or no?
No, but I think that, to be honest, that kind of proves my point, because I kind of don't remember any of the songs. So
I get it. Yeah.
So I kind of can't determine like which is my favourite, which is my least favourite, because I kind of don't remember any of them, to be quite frank.
Yeah, I get that though. They do, like, would you say blend in together? Yeah. Which I mean is valid. It's not an album I think I should have recommended you. I am realizing that now. I think I should have gone with the one with my favorite song, which, if you're okay with moving on.
I am.
Yes, I wouldn't say these are my like favorite songs, but Fluorescent Adolescent would probably be my number 1 song.
Yeah.
Because don't know. It's been since like childhood favorite song. Probably couldn't be listened to it as a child, but it is what it is. It's a great song. The video is just incredible. I love the video. It's just like it never gets old. I won't listen to it daily, but I'll throw it on when I'm
Yeah.
it's just on my playlist. It's on every playlist that I have. It's just a good song. I don't think you can go wrong with it. And I probably should have recommended you that album. And it does have
Yeah.
505 in it as well, to be honest. Oh god. Sorry, yawned. But no, favorite worst nightmare being the album with Fluorescent Adolescence on.
Yeah.
It's just a good. I just love it. Love the song. It's not been like dethroned by any of these songs, but I've also got Piano Man as a favorite, which I think I mentioned earlier. Fine by Lemon Demon, which is a song I got from a TikTok edit, and it's been my 6 a.m. alarm every day. I mean, I don't have a 6 a.m. alarm anymore because I'm not in high school, so I got rid of that for an 8 a.m. alarm. So I guess it's not anymore, but for a good 2 years I woke up with that song. And then one that I think we can both resonate with, Tom. I'll save it for last, but it's our karaoke song, Tom. It's Man or a Muppet.
I'm the man. He's the Muppet.
No, actually wait, no, yeah, no, because I'm is it Jason Siegel or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm that. Actually, no, yeah, I'll be the Muppet. You can have him. You can have him.
I'll be Jason Segel. You'll be the guy who's played by Sheldon Cooper.
Wait, does that mean you get Lily from How I Met Your Mother?
Oh God, no! Please be the man.
Wait, why would you not want Lily? I haven't watched the series.
She left him and ran to San Francisco.
But she came back.
He never should have accepted it back.
God. Do you have any like favorites? I think we've been over this before. Well, no, not an episode over, but I think I've asked you before if you had a favorite. I don't know if that's changed.
I don't think I have a favorite song because it just
I
just dropped my phone on the floor.
Same.
You didn't make a sound though, so
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I don't think I have a particular one favorite song. I have a general probably top 5 or 10 that kind of rotates through. I don't think I could pick just one favorite song, but I've got on my list here some of my favorite songs. You're talking about Billy Joel, so some of my favorite Billy Joel songs, Until the Night and Matter of Trust, both of which Keane probably doesn't know as Billy Joel songs.
Oh, throwing shade. I did not know they were Billy Joel songs.
I've also got I think you can gather from this episode I love Bruce Springsteen. So from the third album I recommended Keane, I'm not sure if you listened to it in the randomized order, but
I'll have
the opening song Thunder Road is probably in my top 5 songs of all time. I absolutely freaking love Thunder Road.
It was a good song.
Great song. I've also got also from Springsteen, My Love Will Not Let You Down, which it's not actually on any album. It's a song he only brings out live, but I think it's great. He opens his shows with it, and it's great. We also can talk about Keane. Where was I going with that? I don't think that sentence made sense. Anyway, I've also got some Bowling for Soup songs on here, so let's see if Keane knows these, because I know he listens to a bit of Bowling for Soup.
Sorry, I forgot about Bowling for Soup entirely for this episode. Go on.
I've got Cold Shower Tuesdays from Drunk Enough to Dance, and Last Call Casualty from Hangover You Don't Deserve. Not sure if you know either of them, Keane.
I don't know either of them. You've got me there. Favorite Bowling for Soup song personally is "Girl All the Bad Guys Want."
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue. Just want to put that out in the world.
I mean, I've got a massive list. I'm trying to just do the highlights. be honest.
I get that. But go on.
I've also got a Green Day song, called Green Day songs on here. From the album I mentioned earlier, 21st Century Breakdown. It's called Last Night on Earth. I think it's an absolutely amazing song. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
And also from an album I mentioned earlier, and he knows now, Greatest Generation. Probably one of my favourite songs of the time is the second song on that album, Passing Through a Screen Door. Which Keane probably won't be able to know which one that is off the top of his head, to be honest. Gato won't listen, but
my head, no. It didn't stand out to me.
But that song just like hits when I'm in the right mood, like if I'm depressed or bad day or whatever, just that fucking song just hits. Because like at the end, it's just like the lyrics just hit, and like the kind of like despair in like the lead singer's voice and rap just like really hits that spot, and also just screaming it like when no one's home's great as well. So
you know what, we've all been there. I kind of get that with just Rihanna in general.
Yeah.
Have you got any more favorite songs?
I'm not sure. Don't think so. Like without going on forever.
Yeah.
But
I get that. I mean, speaking of like favorites again, we do a lot of favorites in this podcast so far, but it'll probably eventually just end up passing out, if you get my drift, because it'll all be out there. But speaking of like favorite songs with like favorite artists, I mean, I know I could probably guess some of yours.
Yeah.
But I'll wait for you to tell us, because Bruce Springsteen. I'm joking. I mean, for me, I got Arctic Monkeys and Rihanna, because most Arctic Monkeys has been on my what's it called, Spotify Wrapped for the past 4 years. And then I'm putting Rihanna as number one, I'm guessing, for this year on thingy. She's just been, like you said about the Greatest Generation. She's just been hitting.
Yeah.
S&M, Breaking Dishes, Dystopian. Is it I think it's Dystopian. Oh, it's Dystopia. I don't know. It's one of them. Sorry, I am fried. It's one of them. There's a lot more, but that's just what I can think off the top of my head. Same with Lady Gaga, to be honest, but that's because you can't go wrong with Lady Gaga. We'll be doing. I say we. In the future, we'll be doing a Just Dance IRL video, because I'll be
This is the first time hearing of it.
It is the first, because it's the first time I've thought about it, and I'm realizing how fucking hilarious that could be. So we'll be doing that. Not to spoil Tom's Bruce Springsteen sloppies that he's about to give. Tom, give us some of your favorite artists.
My favorite artist, Keane. I wonder who could be on there. On here we have Billy Joel, of course. I love Billy Joel. Billy Joel was the first artist I properly got into. Listened to him consistently for the last 5 years, since year 10. I've just docked my age, I guess, there, if you can work it out, but whatever. Bruce Springsteen as well, obviously. He's been on repeat for the last 3 years, but it's also I feel like in some ways it's not better than Billy Joel, but he's kind of got more a diverse catalogue and also a bigger catalogue, so it's just been more to just get through in the last couple of years. I've finally sort of got it finally listened to the last couple of things this year, and that's been fun. Also mentioned is the Wonder Years. I really love the Wonder Years, and we've mentioned Greatest Generation before, but also No Closer to Heaven, which is their follow-up album, I think is great, with You in January being on there, just tying back to favourite songs. You in January from No Closer to Heaven, I absolutely love. It's an amazing love song. But then also have Mayday Parade on there.
Okay.
Which, I'm not sure if you know.
I know the name Mayday Parade. Couldn't tell you who it's by or what songs in it.
They're a band. They're an artist.
There are bands, and I have heard of them. Sorry, yeah. Go on.
I know I recommended a completely random album of theirs to a friend a couple of years back. Actually, I think it's earlier this year, but no idea if the Let's say the only mutual friend we have, Keane.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And obviously, I think we mentioned a bit my basket case Tourette's.
Yes.
So I do love a bit of Green Day as well.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, I mean, I think who was it? You mentioned a love song in it. You mentioned like the love song in it, like brought an idea to my mind. I kind of bought just the idea that came to my mind was just Romeo and Juliet. Which I know is a wild like take, but I also glanced down at my list of like films and like that stuff.
Yeah.
But Romeo and Juliet has sorry, I don't want to just cut you off. Do you have any more artists?
No, you can carry on with your Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet has an incredible soundtrack.
I'll take your word for it.
If you've not seen Romeo and Juliet,
I don't think I have.
oh my gosh, Star and John, it's great. It's everything Romeo and Juliet wishes it could be. Jesus, I mean, it's just such a good album, and I didn't have it down. To be honest, I didn't have it down for like a TV show or a movie soundtrack. But I am realizing it's just a peak album. I mean, yeah, how can you go wrong with it? I don't think I have a favorite album. Knowing like for like a movie, we've talked about a couple off camera. You got any you want to bring up now?
If you're talking soundtracks, then I think Guardians 2 is
on top.
I think, to be honest, I think Guardians 3 has the worst soundtrack of the three. Not sure if you agree. I saw it in the cinemas and I just can't remember any of the songs in it other than there being a Bruce Springsteen song over the credits.
I mean, Creep, Dog Days Are Over. They're the two I can remember because of Rocket. You are right in saying that it's like the worst of the three, but I don't think it's a bad soundtrack, to be honest. I do think it goes 2, 1, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all the songs into like the Mr. Blue Sky opening, obviously, with group dancing.
Incredible.
There are multiple chain needle drops throughout the film when he's like leaving to go to what's his name? Kurt Russell's planet.
Oh, Ego, yeah.
Yeah, Ego's planet, and then also like when Ego crushes like his cassette player. But then also some Lakeshore Drive, Wham Bam Shangle Wangle, whatever the pilot's called, and Surrender. But then also ending with like father and son as well in that moment, Yondu's funeral.
You're so right. I don't think I ever cried at that, but that is a valid like emotional cry.
Yeah, I think that when I didn't really listen to music, that used to be one of my favourite songs, I think. Just from that entire scene in general. But then also
a good scene.
Yeah, it is.
Michael Rooker, man. Sorry, continue.
But then you also have over the credits the Guardians Inferno track, which is just fun to listen to. Like, especially in the middle lyrics part where I think it's David Hasselhoff who's just saying like random crap about the Guardians of the Galaxy, and like my daddy is a planet and stuff.
Yeah. Good movies, man. Yeah. I don't think there is many other Marvel movies with a better soundtrack.
No.
I don't think there is any.
I enjoyed the Deadpool and Wolverine soundtrack, to be honest.
No, that's fine. We saw that in cinema, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, there was a good soundtrack, to be fair. I've got I weirdly wrote down a movie, a TV show, and then a game, technically.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Guardians Volume 2, not the greatest movie soundtrack. Realistically, anything James Gunn touches has a good soundtrack, I'd say. I mean, currently in Peacemaker 2, the soundtrack has been phenomenal so far.
Yeah.
Then Peacemaker 1. Sorry, go on. What was you going to
say? I watched the Suicide Squad for the first time a couple of weeks back, and the soundtrack for that is really good.
Yeah. that one film has spurred a whole episode that we are doing because I want to have a rant about that film. I say that like I didn't give the film 4.5 stars, and it only lost a half star because of this issue. But that was a good soundtrack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Peacemaker Season 1 was incredible. I watched Creature Commandos recently. Didn't remember a single song in it. There was some good, like, Russian songs with Dr. Phosphorus.
Yeah.
Phosphorus? Yeah.
Phosphorus.
Yeah. Good songs with his. That one scene. You might have seen it on Instagram or TikTok. You might not have, though. So, yeah, the gun doesn't jam. I think there's like, I mean, realistically, I think I was going to mention Disney, but I feel like if we're going to like do like musicals still in this episode, maybe we don't. I wouldn't talk about Disney yet. But have you ever watched The Umbrella Academy?
No.
Okay, I will say that is an incredible soundtrack. The 4 seasons of it. The first season, I'd say, probably has the best soundtrack. But then there's the Footloose scene in, I think, season 3. Season 3, the Footloose scene. Incredible. I think I know the entire Footloose dance. Can't lie. Joking. And then I do want to shout out technically game and show, but the Fallout series.
Oh yeah.
Incredible. You've got Prime now? So
I have got Prime. It's on my list.
Good, because the Fallout TV show got me into the Fallout games.
Yeah.
I had heard of them, but never really like had an interest. But I've played Fallout 4 since. Not Nuke Radio. That's fucking GTA. Diamond Radio or something. I haven't played it all. Like you don't like turn that shit off. Do you know what I mean? You're in the wasteland and you've got that on, and then New Vegas soundtrack is more incredible. Which has like probably no meaning to you because New Vegas, I doubt you've ever played or heard of. You might have heard of it.
I mean, I've heard of it, but yeah.
I tried playing that game, got stuck in a door, and never played it again. I would come out of the bar. See, I didn't know the game, so I'd come out of a bar, being completely aggressive towards everyone inside that bar, and then they'd just kill me, and it would just be a recurring cycle. So I never played it again. But the music in that is incredible. It's obviously 60s music, but I think I have the Fallout Radio playlist on my Spotify, but I also have a lot of the songs on my just other playlists. I don't think I've got like a favorite song from them, but there is definitely some incredible songs from that series.
I'll take your word for it.
I was gonna say I do recommend anyone watching or playing any of the games because they're incredible. Well, the 4th one is. There you go. Do you have any more from TV?
Just the soundtracks, quickly. I would like to nominate. It's a bit of a weird shout, but work with me. You won't be able to give opinions because I don't think you've seen it. But Scrubs, the sitcom Scrubs, a lot of the music I listen to, and a lot of the music I would say is my favorite is from like. I don't think I mentioned any here, but like the songs I just tend to listen to like on a playlist or whatever randomly tend to be from Scrubs. Like the intro from like Superman by Leslie Bain, then stuff like How to Save a Life by The Fray, the song like the final scene with Book of Love by Peter Gabriel playing over like the final scene had me bawling, to be honest. But I'm a strong masculine man. I'm not afraid to admit I cry at Scrubs.
No, I've never watched Scrubs, to be fair. I'm not a big like TV watcher. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Dexter's got much of a soundtrack in that I can like think of. But I'm on season 5 now. Had to take a break for certain reasons. Season 4 ending. But no, so that's like the only not long term, 8 seasons is long. Show that I've watched, so I can't say I've watched much TV with soundtracks. I've obviously heard of Scrubs. There's a Fortnite emote from Scrubs or something like that. Yeah. Which bringing it always back to Fortnite, obviously, because we're grown adults. Guys, We're gonna go over our last 2 albums that we recommend each other. Mine, Born to Run. I think I'd mentioned before, Magic was not a good suggestion compared to Born to Run.
No, Magic is overproduced mess compared to Born to Run. I was just enjoying it at the time, so
I get it. We all enjoy music at different times. You know, we feel different about it. I personally really liked this album. I haven't finished it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm halfway through it. So I haven't even heard Born to Run, but so far, Night is incredible. I really enjoyed that. There's not a song I didn't like. I think you mentioned, was it Thunder?
Thunder Road, yeah.
Was incredible. I was going to put it down as my favourite, and then I listened to Night and was like, actually, this might be a bit better. And I can't lie, Tom, that's all I have really on Born to Run.
Yeah.
So far, I really like all of the songs on it, and I will listen to it. I'd already got like a predicted star rating that I'd probably give it 4 stars. I think I gave Magic a 3. But I'm going to send it to you to the last one I suggested to you, which was, I think, was it like Gold by the Carpenters?
Yes, yeah, it was. The things like, I'm just going to check the officials.
Yeah, I mean,
Gold Greatest Hits by the Carpenters.
Yeah. Random pick, I do apologise.
I mean, I didn't mind it. I know some Carpenters because obviously I tend to have a radio on in my room a lot of the time, but yeah, I knew some of the songs going into it, but I thought it was like really easy listening to just like listen to it like just on the background or whatever. It's really like just easy listening. I really enjoyed like a specific moment just to point out. I really enjoyed the guitar on the end of like Goodbye to Love. I think that guitar solo is great. My favourite is probably I think it's called I Won't Last a Day Without You. I really enjoyed that song. But probably my least favourite is, I think it's called This Masquerade. Just wasn't really
I guess that's
me. And I'd like to put honourable mention out to, let me get the official title up. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft the recognised anthem of World Contact Day. I thought that was just like a random song, but I really enjoyed it.
No, it is fine. It is a really good. It's probably more of a nostalgia listen for me. I think I listened to it very much in the past. Sorry to break character, break podcast right now. Peacemaker was not added to the Fortnite item shop today.
What
it was
the
tied
flip?
to that. Not Peacemaker. I'm heartbroken. Sorry. That was such a wild thing. I looked at the clock and I was like, 1 o'clock. Oh shit! Let me go check that. Nothing to do with music because I don't think Kai's ever bought music. So I guess that's not very helpful. So I just thought I'd mention it. My heartbreak. I wanted the intro. I wanted the Peacemaker intro, which is incredible. If I had more water on me, I'd sing it. I don't know if it's copyright though.
Probably is. Was
that all you had to say about Carpenters before I go on?
It is, yeah.
Okay. I think we should go to like this is probably not the best car, but we'll move on to our like last topic, which is musicals. I mean, we had to talk about musicals eventually. Like, you know what I mean? I am a big musicals fan. I have a couple playlists. I mean, Hamilton being probably the most popular in our day and age, I'd say most likely.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to any music from Hamilton?
No.
Moving on. Wicked. I mean, that second part comes out soon or next year or something. You listen to any of that?
No.
Moving on. Rent. Rent is a great musical, I think. It's got, I think, 4 songs that I really enjoy. There are some other good songs.
Yeah.
La Vie Boheme, 500. It's like a fucking bunch of numbers, but you get my drift.
525,600 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to any of Rent?
No.
Moving on. Grease Lightning, which you mentioned earlier, so I know you.
I did mention Grease earlier.
Grease Lightning is great. John Travolta has had a recent change. Have you seen the hair that he's got now?
No.
No. I saw it recently. I was like, I like the last time I saw John Travolta, he was on a Pokemon channel with his son, what's his name? I don't know the Pokemon channel's name, but he was with his son and he was completely bored, and I was like, wait, what? When did this happen? Saw it like last week. Full set of hair. Bro, if anyone's ever bald him, go to whoever that guy went to. Jesus. And that was not about music. But with Grease, can we both agree that it's got some absolute bangers on?
Do you enjoy Grease?
I don't actually have any Grease on my current musical album because I guess I see it more of a movie, but I guess it is more of a musical. Which I think I find a lot of things with my musical players when I made it. I mean, Little Shop of Horrors, I've got 2 songs on, but it probably deserves more. I mean, Suddenly Seymour and then Feed Me, great songs. Tom, ever watched?
No.
Moving on. I mean,
it should just be called the Tom Says No section.
Well, exactly. We got to find out what you've listened to. I mean, Beetlejuice. Watched the movie, Tom?
No.
Anything about the musical?
No.
Okay. I think it's Alex Bridge. I'm gonna mispronounce his last name so much. Alex like Bridgman or something. Such bad. Brightman. It's Brightman. Okay. So Alex Brightman plays. I think he plays Beetlejuice. Incredible. He is such a good musical. Michael Keaton obviously plays Beetlejuice in the movie, but there's no music, so fuck that. Sorry, I think that's like over 3 F words.
Yeah.
Oh no! Age rating. No, I'm joking. So you've not seen that. So moving on. Jesus, I guess The Lion King's a musical, but that's Disney. You've not seen The Lion King, have you? The original, have you?
I saw the live action Lion King in the universe.
You've missed it now. I mean, Princess and the Frog has some great. I'm sorry, I've got to do it. Keith David. Oh, worship that man. No, I have talked a lot about musicals, and I think I know you at least have one Disney film that you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Go on, Tom.
I recently rewatched. Not even rewatched. I think I did rewatch. I did watch it like absolutely years ago, and I remember none of it. But I recently rewatched then Tangled, and absolutely amazing film, and the soundtrack for that is absolutely amazing.
It's peak. Would you say, Tom, you had a dream?
I do.
I had a dream. Did you just want to see the floating lanterns gleam?
I did.
And with every passing hour, Tom, let's move on.
And at last I saw the lights, Keen.
Speaking of lights, fuck, that would have been such a good transition if I had a musical, but I don't. I've got the thing is, the problem is I've got them on my mind right now, but I'm completely stumped on musicals. Wasn't the Wizard of Oz technically a musical at one point?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, we've said it before, but we'll say it again because it's the greatest musical of all time. The Muppets.
The Muppets.
Am I a man, Tom, or am I a Muppet? It's at the end of the day.
You're the man.
Oh yeah. I mean, have you watched Les Mis?
No, Keen, but I do have songs on my playlist of Les Mis.
It's good because it's frankly one of the best musicals to exist. Stars is probably the best musical song ever written, in my opinion. Mamma Mia. Please tell me you've seen Mamma Mia.
I saw the movie Mamma Mia. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, yeah, Mamma. I think Mamma Mia is. I don't think there's a live action. Well, there probably is somewhere.
Yeah, there probably is.
But, it's just perfect. The song that I will never skip is Our Last Summer, especially when Colin Firth sings it. I'm not gay, but you know what I'm saying.
Jeez.
Tom, tell the audio listeners what they've just seen.
I'm going to fill you in. Imagine, if you will, a 4'9" man, white skin, black hair, looks a bit like knockoff Harry Potter, wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirt.
Hey, that's too real. I did the
just close his eyes, put his hands up, open his mouth, put his tongue out, and go side from side. Bah.
Yes, Tom, I did. Okay? And then he docks my opinion. Just kidding, because half of that isn't real. Yeah. I think knowing that you know fuck all about musicals, I'm guessing, other than a couple stuff. I mean, you gotta know more. Go on. What, Tom, give us some stuff that you know that if you have any more of that is anyway.
On my list, cross off Tangled, I have The Greatest Showman. Not sure if that counts, but I really enjoyed The Greatest Showman. I see people moan it's not accurate, but I don't care. I enjoyed watching it.
I enjoyed that bearded lady.
Oh.
Sorry, God. Sorry, Tom.
Killing the viewer, the listener. He just opened his mouth, took his tongue out, and wiggled it side to side again.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will. There should be one of us by now you're favouring, and if it's Keane, seek help.
Oh, rude. Coming from the guy that guy, yeah, that guy, bro.
Yeah.
That guy.
But anyway, Greatest Showman. I enjoy all the music from it. I enjoyed the actual movie. I've also got the Lorax on my list.
Say, let it die. Let it die. Let it die.
Lorax. It's a great movie.
If we get 200 subscribers, we will recreate the Lorax 1-for-1. I'll dress up as I see that guy all the time with the orange. I'll dress up like the Lorax. I know Ashby's been dressing up as the Lorax. You can dress up as Granny Jojo or whatever her name is. That might be from Amazing World of Gumball. Janet Granny Jojo. You know what? Fuck it. Amazing World of Gumball has a great soundtrack. Off topic, but if we hit 200, we will recreate the Lorax frame by frame. We'll steal some random kid to play the kid. Whoa, I'm joking. Tom will play the child that the Onceler wants to get. Wait, no, I mean, like, wants to help. Plant the seed? That sounds worse. Anyway. Tom, I think that is a perfect way to move on to the last part of this episode because I don't want to get arrested. Give us some releases that you're excited for.
Well, I asked Keane to see if he has any, but I don't think he has. But
don't listen to music.
So, yeah, if you can't tell, this episode is my idea. I enjoy talking about music and listening to music, I think, more than Keane.
Yeah. We'll have a men episode, won't we, Tom?
Yeah.
That's mainly my
Keane loves men. He's into that stuff.
Hey, I'm not into that stuff. I just love men. Anyway, go on, Tom.
So, upcoming releases that I'm excited for. In conjunction with the early aforementioned Bruce Springsteen biopic coming out later October, middle of October, he's releasing a Nebraska box set. Oh. So the period of life the biopic's based on is from generally I think 1980 to 84, I think, which is sort of the making of his album Nebraska, which is there's a whole story to go into there. I won't do it because I can see Keane's bored out of his mind.
No, I'm not bored. No, sorry. I'm a fidgeter. Go on.
And so there's a whole story there, but on that box set you have like the original demo recordings of Nebraska, some like and including outtake. You have their attempts in the studio later in 1982 in April-May to record Nebraska electrically with like the full E Street Band back. You also have like Bruce Springsteen performing, like modern Bruce Springsteen performing Nebraska in full, like to no audience, just like sat down with the guitar performing it. And you also have a modern like remix of Nebraska, which sort of I don't really know what'll be different, but it says like it's remixed in 2025 or whatever. Yeah. So in sort of relation to the Deliver Me From Nowhere biopic coming out later this month, that's coming out middle of October. Also got the Wonder Years mentioned again. If you can't tell, I bloody love the Wonder Year. the album after Greatest Generation is called No Closer to Heaven, and it came out 2015. So it's the 10-year anniversary of it this year. And I saw they posted on Instagram a couple of days back that they weren't like the main like lead singer songwriter wasn't really happy with how it turned out. He just kind of wanted the process to end, so they just sort of released it as it was.
Yeah.
So I think it said for like the 10th anniversary they're gonna like remaster it to how it like how they wish it should have sounded. So I think that'll be coming out later this year, which I'm excited for because I think Greatest Generation like is my favourite Wonder Years album, but only like slightly beats out No Closer to Heaven. So
Okay.
and I've also got one more which is a bit more vague, but it's called Tracks 3. Like in 1998, Springsteen released Tracks 1, which was a collection of like B-sides and outtakes from his career up to that point.
Yeah.
And then a couple months ago, he released Tracks 2, which was a collection of 7 albums he, for whatever reason, just didn't decide to release. Like how you can have 7 albums in your like vault and just not decide to release them is quite. But during the announcement video, he announced that there will be Tracks 3 at some point, and so that'll be coming in the next couple of years, and I assume it'll contain any sort of demos, B-sides, outtakes, or whatever from that he missed from Tracks 1 and hasn't been released since, but also the period of like the period after Tracks 1, so 1998 to 2025 or whatever.
When does my God break?
Apparently that's what he said in the like video for Tracks 2. He spent like all of COVID just going through like his vault and stuff.
Oh, shit. You know what? He's a good artist. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
But like I think I don't want to say he's like biggest, but like in terms of like or like just general like output of music, he seems to have written like an absolute shit ton of music. So
No, I get it. Because to be honest, if you've got that, I mean, he clearly cares about the music.
yeah.
No, I respect it. I mean, if he loves it, you got to grind for it. So you say, who you got any more? Like, have I cut you off talking about anyone or?
I've got one more, then we can wrap it up.
Okay, go on.
Which is the aforementioned band Mayday Parade, which I don't think we talked about much, but
Not much.
I kind of went more Wonder Years rather than Mayday Parade, just because I know at least you've listened to at least one album for them, because I recommended it rather than just waffle about a random band you don't know for like 10 minutes or whatever. But they are releasing they're releasing like a trilogy of albums over the next year. They've released one in April. I think it came out the night after my birthday, so that was fun listening to.
Mm.
I enjoy listening to that. They've released 2 singles of the second album, which is coming out later October. The first one's called Sweet, the second one's called Sad. And then you've got a third one coming out probably April, May next year as well, which will be the third one in like the trilogy.
Yeah, I get it. It sounds cool. I'll end up having to listen to one of their albums, to be fair, just to get it on the list.
Yeah. I think that's all I've got, to be honest.
Right. And that is our longest episode so far.
You were worried we won't be able to talk about music for an hour.
We hit 30 minutes and I thought we were done. I was like, how are we going to talk about this any longer? I had to pull up the stuff we're using and check how long we'd been recording for, because I was like, shit, are we going to be too short on this? And I was wrong by like an extra 20 minutes. So
yeah,
are we going to leave it there?
I think we have to.
If this obviously, like the Batman episode, like every episode before this movie episode, if this gets received well, we'll do another. Tom can clearly talk for another.
Yeah,
episode.
I really can.
I can try bullshit my way through music. I'm a big music fan. Tom's a bigger music fan. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A good episode though. Thank you for listening. You can obviously find us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. Hopefully one day Apple Music when we get that sorted.
Not Snapchat.
I wasn't even thinking of it this time. You got it right. I wasn't even thinking about it. But yes, you cannot find us on Snapchat because we do not own Snapchat. That's everywhere you can find us.
Yeah.
Once again, Tom, sorry, you go on. Final regards, my man.
Thank you for listening. As always, check out anything we've mentioned here today. Check out the albums Keith's mentioned. Check out the albums I've mentioned.
Let's be real. Just check out the stuff Tom's mentioned. It's probably better. I can't lie. I listen to a lot of shit. Not as good. I can't lie. At least Tom has some substance behind his.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Follow us on everywhere, and goodbye.
And everywhere. See ya.